Welcome everyone to Friday Nights Live. My name is Lava and I'm here to talk to you about an up-and-coming brand called Zenny. What some of you may not know is that your phones, TVs, and your monitors emit this blue light that basically damages your eye. And damaging your eye when it comes to gaming is not an option we can settle for. And what's even cooler about this brand is that it's one of the very few brands that you can go on its website on zennyoptical.com and you can try it before you buy it. Now you're probably thinking, how's that possible? Well, it offers this state-of-the-art technology that basically puts you in like this, I guess, augmented reality, and you can see yourself kind of like in a 180 of how you look with the glasses. I appreciate your time. Now let's get back to the show. Welcome everyone to the Friday Nights Live. My name is PK Lava. I'll be your host today, and today we have a special guest. He is a Valorant pro, very young pro for that matter, and it's going to be an awesome time. I want to apologize ahead of time for anyone that was waiting at 9:30. I'm so sorry. I tried my best. I had a soccer game, okay? I didn't even shower. I didn't do anything. I just went straight here. I didn't turn on any of the colors in the back, so again, I really apologize for being late. But today's not about me, and for anyone in the chat here supporting... Well, let me introduce him. Frosty. Frosty, how are we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. And again, Frosty, I apologize to you for being late. I usually am never late, ever. I think this is the first time I'm late, and it's due to competitive soccer, which you should know all about the competitive league because you're a Valorant pro, correct?
Yes.
Yes, cool. Okay, so let's get a little bit about you. So let's start with your name, your age, and where you're from.
My name's Ashton Rakusky. I'm from Massachusetts and I'm 16.
16. So listen, I'm 28. I don't know if you know that, but I'm not a boomer, by the way. But I gotta say, man, I kind of wish gaming was at a place at your age. You know, when I was 16, dude, I was still playing like probably an Xbox 360. If you even played that, did you play that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was like, before Valorant, I literally just played like PS3 and PS4.
Cool. And what type of games did you play? What were some of your first games that you played?
Um, it was literally just whatever my friends were playing most of the time. I'd play like Call of Duty, like zombies and stuff like that before I got a computer.
Sure. So, when did you get into gaming in general? Because before you became a pro, you must have loved gaming at some point, or just having fun. Was it like Smash Bros? Like, what was your first favorite game that you knew? Like, hey, I really like this game.
The first ever game I played was Call of Duty World at War with like my friends. It was zombies.
Hmm.
And I had my mom order it for me for PS3, I'm pretty sure it was. And I would just like come home and play zombies all day.
It was rated M, right? So your mom just let you buy it, or did you sneak it?
She
She
just
didn't
let
care.
me buy it. Yeah,
Okay,
she
cool.
didn't care.
Look, for me personally, I usually don't tell stories about me, but I'll tell you, when I was your age, bro, I had to lie about video games. Like Halo, I had to say that my parents wouldn't allow humans versus humans, so I wasn't allowed to play Call of Duty. But I was allowed to play Halo because it's the, Master Chief versus the aliens or whatever. But
Yeah.
multiplayer was Spartans versus Spartans, so I had to lie, dude. I had to say that the blood on the floor was oil and stuff like that. So yeah, I had to do all these tricks, dude, and that's cool. Your parents seem like they support whatever you do. So you played Call of Duty first. When did we get into the pro scene? Was Valorant your first game that you played pro?
Yeah. I actually got a computer just to like do schoolwork and stuff. And that's right when like Fortnite came out.
Mm,
So I was like playing Fortnite on like with my friends on console. And then eventually I downloaded it on the computer
okay.
to start playing it, but it was just not my game. So then I just like started playing this game called Rust.
Rust.
And then from Rust, that was like when I found my first like online friend group that I didn't know like in real life. Because everyone else I used to play with was like from console games like PS4 or whatever. And one of them was like a really good League of Legends player. He was like Challenger.
Wow.
So then that's how I figured out Valorant was coming out. So I started playing Valorant in beta.
So do you naturally like winning? Like, do you when you play against your friends, you naturally want to be the best in the friend group? I assume.
Yeah, I was usually the best in the friend group at
Yeah.
video games when we were playing.
I feel like that's how it starts for any pro. They realize they want to be better than their friends, and then their friends almost become not their goal, not their challenge anymore. Becomes other teams, clans. I'm sure you joined a Call of Duty clan or something, right? Or started one. Have you ever had
Yeah,
anything?
like
Yeah.
no, I just kind of played rank. Like I didn't get that competitive in COD because I didn't even know. Like until I started
Right.
playing Valorant, I didn't even like know how to get into competitive scene. I didn't have a Twitter, I didn't have a YouTube. I literally just had a console that I was playing on.
And it's nice to have you because our age difference is literally like 12 years, and it's really cool to see
Yeah.
how like gaming has changed so much. Because I was at a time where it wasn't Twitch, by the way. It was called Justin.tv. Are you familiar with that? Yeah. See, I'm a dinosaur, kind of like this plushie here. But yeah, at some point it was called Justin.tv. Fun fact. But let's get back to you, Frosty. Frosty, you have any siblings? Are you going to school?
I have two younger brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I actually am not going to school anymore. So my school wouldn't let me like do online school. There was like no program, nothing.
Understood.
So I had to drop out and I'm applying for a college. So I'm taking online college courses instead
Wow.
of going to high school.
And you don't feel a little sad that you won't do high school in person, or do you prefer it online?
No, I'm not sad at all. Like my school is like super, super like uptight, and like the people there are just like not my type of friends. They all just like the stuff they care about isn't what I'm interested in at all. It's like, oh, my dad bought me a new car. It's like, whoa. Like they care about all the little things.
Damn. Listen, man, for 16, you're very mature. You're very emotionally mature. That's good. And you kind of need that maturity, that discipline to be a pro in Valorant. So let's talk about Valorant now. When did you start playing Valorant?
I started playing Valorant in beta. I actually don't know when that was, but the first like 2 weeks of beta is when I got my key and I started playing.
Okay, so when you started playing Valorant, were you aware of competitive gaming at the esports at that time in tournaments, or were you still just some kid that wanted to be the best in rank? That's
I
what.
I was aware of competitive esports from like CS:GO. So like the main
Mm,
reason I wanted to go pro is I would watch like old CS videos of like Stewie 2K and all these people like clutching like the story of Stewie 2K. I used to watch all those YouTube videos, and that's how I figured out there's a competitive scene. Um, it was right around like when the game came out at Act
mm,
1 that I made a friend named T-Dog, and
T-Dog.
his name's yeah. So he like got me into the competitive scene because he would stream like a super small tournament league called AGN with like his team.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
tried to get I tried to get on his team, and that's how I started like like branding, making connections through like Discord channels and stuff.
Of course, man. And Discord, by the way, there's no Discord in my time, so what a blessing that you have Discord now. Let me ask you, when it comes to being a professional, you're 16. You know, there's some people my age right now that are trying to go pro in whatever game it is, even Valorant, and for some reason they can't make it there. What is it that you have that these people don't? Is it your vision for the game? Do you understand something they don't, or is it your discipline? Like, what would be? I guess the question would be, how did you get to where you are now? Was it just through scrimming, watching VODs? How?
Well, like a lot of people struggle with having like an ego and never
Wow.
being wrong. So, like the best advice I can give is like the reason I'm pro and other people aren't is because whenever I lost and whenever someone told me that I was doing something wrong, I learned from it and got better and like used all the info people were giving
Mm,
me to get better instead of taking it in the wrong way. And being like mean to them or something like that.
wow.
Every time they would like tell me something, I'd improve on it. So I just kept getting better and better while other people were stuck in their own ego.
You know, it sounds like a lot. You know, staying in your lane. It sounds like your lane was just to get better. You're just focused on being better, better. And it seems like when you derive from that focus and you go to a different lane, you kind of start like, oh, it was the lag, it was my teammates, it was you put so many excuses that you kind of rob yourself, right, from learning. So yeah, man, that's pretty profound to hear from a 16-year-old. Are you familiar with someone? I know she's not. No one really knows her that much, but PK Silver. Are you familiar with this term?
Yes.
Can you, just out of curiosity, can you rate how she plays on a 1 through 10, and be
I
honest?
I've never seen her play ever.
Legend has it that she can't even hit someone like holding still. So from behind, that's
Yeah.
what legend has it. But anyways, we're not gonna grill her right now. Frosty, let's get back to you. You recently had an event. I was watching the whole game. I had it in the background because I was cooking. I do try to keep up with all our players to the best of my ability. And I saw that you were playing. What was the other team? I'm so sorry. What was the other? You got second on that event for the.
Uh, KCP.
Thank you. The KCP event, you got second. I'm sure that must have hurt. I saw your teammates kind of like, tweeting out something about a roster. I kind of saw it in your gameplay a little bit, but we'll get into that. How does it feel to come so close? And then, of course, we have good news after because we know you won a tournament, and we'll talk about that. But how does that feel to that come that close to winning? Doesn't it tilt you or get you upset or make you want to quit? Because some people can't handle losses like that.
I think it feels great. I think I might have even felt worse if we won, only because we literally were playing with a brand new roster with no practice at all.
Wow.
So we were like trialing a lot of different people, and eventually went with that one. Like, played with Governor as a fill.
Hmm.
Um, like barely no practice in every game. We just kept improving and learning from every loss. So actually, on the first day of that tournament, it was a 4-day event. We
Hmm.
lost to Crew, and the next day we VOD reviewed and went over it as a team. And for the rest of the tournament, we didn't lose another map that we lost to Crew on. So I think losing's great because it's like the only way you can get better.
Listen, man, I'm so proud of. I know we only just met, but I'm so proud of these answers that you're saying. Absolutely, VODs. For those of you that don't know what VODs are, it's when you look back at your gameplay. Chess people do it all the time. I'm sure you're familiar with the chess scene. They look at their own games, review it, put it in the engine. So when you're going through a VOD, what are some things you're looking out for being out of position, or what is it that you look for?
Communication to your teammates, because you can you can make a wrong play, but the game is so new that there's no one style of play yet. Like,
Hmm.
any play can work, even if some people think it's the wrong play, but if you don't do it together, you will lose. So just making sure everyone is communicating to each other to make plays together. That's
And
what we look for in VODs.
everyone in the chat, I'm just letting you know. At any time, you guys can ask a question, whether it's Silvet, Velvet, Reflex. How you guys doing? You guys can ask a question to Frosty. For those of you that don't know who Frosty is and you're tuning in now, he is a professional Valorant player. He has won several tournaments based on what I've seen. He's come close to winning tournaments. This guy constantly gets results, and if not, he's getting better and better. This is one of the only time, chat, that you get to have this one-on-one time to ask a question. I see Gook. I hope I said your name right. Gook 107.
Gucci.
Gucci. Okay. You got
Yeah.
the Real Knights Frosty Valorant. Yes, and you can ask any question. I'm sure your friends are in here, supporters. Ask any questions you guys want to Frosty, and we'll get to that. Really quickly, we want to talk. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to talk about some upcoming things for the Knights. For those of you who don't know, the Knights have other teams as well: Gears of War, PUBG, Valorant, Apex, Gears of War. So many different teams. What is that jersey you got there? I've not seen that jersey, to be honest.
Is the new Knights jersey.
It,
It has my name on the back too.
can we see it? Oh boy.
Frosty.
Frost, keep it frosty. So actually, that brings me to my next question. Ironically enough, what's up with the name Frosty?
I was playing Fortnite, and I was using my console name, Ashton 218. That was my original name. It was just my name and my birthday. That was literally it. And I'm pretty sure I looked up on Google cool video game names, and I saw Frosty and I picked it out.
That's. Are you serious right now? Like that's how you got
Yeah,
it?
yep, that's serious.
Damn.
And then, like, I think it's a great name. The only problem is everyone is named Frosty, which
Yeah,
like takes
dude,
away
dude,
from
there's a
it.
Frosty in Apex. There's a Frosty. Like, dude, when they were telling me, I'm like, which Frosty? I'm assumed you, but there are other
Yeah.
Frosties. Yes, absolutely. So, okay, usually people have all these profound answers, and you just kept it simple. So we thank you. Look, we're gonna play a quick game, okay? Quick game. Then we're gonna ask some questions about you, not so much about Valorant. We're gonna talk about your tournament that you just won right after these questions. Let's see if you can get these questions right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So, question one, and chat, feel free to play as well. Okay, let's see how many of you guys got here. And I see your questions. We're gonna ask it after. Okay, who is the only agent who has a flash that is completely effective even if you look away?
Omen.
You don't want to even hear what I have. Okay, Omen. Is that your final question? I mean, answer.
Yeah.
Chat, what do you guys think it is? I'll give you guys like some 5-10 seconds. Is it A, B, C, or D? Frosty says it is Omen. Baysame, how you doing, man? For those of you that don't know, Baysame is probably going to take over the nights. Unfortunately, I'm going to be moving away and my whole setup is going to be gone. So I'm so sad. But to be honest, Baysame is so much more animated than I am. So you guys are going to have a better host. Trust me. Okay, so we're going to go with B. B, and that is correct. Omen. Would you say knowing all the characters' abilities is important when you're playing at pro level, or can you just kind of wing it? Like, I feel like you have to play these characters, right? Like, do you play some of the other characters to get to know how they are?
Yeah, especially if you're IGLing, you need to know every single character, what all their abilities do, and how you can counter all of them. And a lot of people get away right now, which I don't think that's how it should be. Even like some pro players, they don't know what's going on. They only like play one agent, but the best teams at the top can play every agent and know what every
Wow.
agent does.
Wow, dude, you're somewhere out there. Someone feels attacked. I'm sure that's a great answer, and we're gonna get more to the. Man, I did not expect. Honestly, I did not expect answers like this. So, very, very great answers, man. Not even some grown people have those answers. So we'll get back to those questions. Question two: two agents are capable of healing their team, but which of them can heal the most HP in a single round? Is it A, Killjoy, B, Sage, C, Cypher, or is it D? I hope I say it right. Sky? It's not Sky E or something? Sky?
Sky.
Okay, cool. I'll repeat the question one more time. Two agents are
No,
capable.
it's
Oh,
Sky.
okay. You're saying it's Sky?
Yeah, it's Sky.
Okay. Let's see if it's true. It's Sage. Are they wrong or are you wrong? Because sometimes our people are wrong.
They're wrong. They're wrong. Sky can heal the most
Silver, hello?
because Sky can heal 4 people at once. Sage can only heal 1.
I don't know who's making these questions because fun fact, like John, the CFO of Pittsburgh Knights, same thing happened. He said a color coding, a hex color, and it got it wrong. He's like, no, you guys are wrong. So can we get a fact check there, Silver or Basing? Somebody in the chat. Shout outs to Alex if he's around there. Yeah, let's get a check on that.
Only Sage and Sky can heal, and Sky can heal the most.
So why would they pick Sage then? I actually don't even know who Sky. Dude, I stopped playing Valorant after they added that robot dude. That whatever that I don't know. I stopped playing after that.
I guess it's like, unless it's like an exact number, but I guess what they're talking about is how Sage's heal regenerates, so you can do it more than once.
Mm-hmm.
But if all 4 people are at 1 HP on your team, you can heal them up to 100, which I think is more than
The most
2
in the
Sage heals.
yeah.
So
What's the flat amount of? I don't know. You're the Valorant player, Silver. Let's get to the next question here. What agent's actual name is Sabine? I hope I said that right. Sabine. Do you see it? Okay, Sabine. I'm so terrible at these pronunciations. Is it A, Killjoy, B, Raze, I hope, C, Sage, or D, Viper?
I think it's Viper.
Viper. Okay, let's check it here. It is Viper. How did you know that?
I think she says it in game, or like it's one of the voice lines.
Oh wow,
Like one of
that's
the
like
characters that brings it up.
that's
I played
like
the game enough to like hear it.
okay. So Sky heals a flat 100 and Sage heals a flat 50. So you are right. I think I'm pretty sure. So Sky does heal the most.
Yeah, well, Sage can heal twice in a round, so like
Oh, okay.
Sage could technically heal 150, but Sky can heal 100 at 4 people at once. That's why I said it was Sky.
But Sage heals does come back up, so I guess it makes sense that Sage is the answer. Well, I'm gonna go with the pro. Sorry, Solar. All right, I'm gonna go with the pro here. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. What is the name of this ability? And you have to look at the
Blade Storm.
Even I know that one. I'm gonna play Valorant like that. They gotta step up these questions. What is the name of this ability? I actually don't know.
Orbital Strike.
He's like, this is not virtual. Gears Blackie, what's up? How you doing? All right, so I'm gonna assume you got a 5 out of 5, unless Silver can come out with more information. But yeah, I guess you got a perfect, or 4 out of 5. I'm not sure. Like, you guys can debate that in the chat. We're gonna take a little short break. Check out these HyperX products for the holidays. And we are back here with professional player Frosty. Frosty, we're nearing the end. Usually it would go a lot longer, but I'm already going past 10. Friday Night's Live starts at 9:30. Again, I apologize, everyone here at the Pittsburgh Knights watching. It's unfortunate, but I tried my best. I came late. We're going to make the most out of it. Frosty, I got a couple rapid fire questions. We're going to talk about your tournament you recently won, some of your happiest moments, role models, and then we'll get to where I give you the mic. It's a segment where you get to thank anybody, family. You know how that goes. So we're going to do the rapid fire questions. I need you to answer quickly. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. What's your favorite drink?
Water.
Water. When are you most productive?
Nighttime.
Me too. Man, you're a genius, low key. Who's your inspiration and why?
Probably Stewie 2K
Why?
for Valorant.
For Valor.
Because I used to watch all of his videos about like being the smoke criminal, and I would like actually like want to do that for my own game and be known for something like that.
Dude, man, you're so young. I'm sure you're gonna be known for something, and it's a pleasure to meet you, Frosty. Like, I know we haven't been able to talk like that, but at least we got to have this moment. So thank you. All right, here we go. Next question: summer or winter?
Winter.
Winter. What's something? No, that's not. That's one I had to take out. Your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Black raspberry.
In which subject were you best at school?
Math.
What scares you?
Heights.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
What is your hobby outside of video games?
Skiing.
Skiing. Okay. Last one. I'm trying to pick which one I want to do. I think we'll pick this one. Yeah, we'll pick this one. And which subject were you worst at school?
Math. So my best subject was math, and worst subject was math because of showing your work.
Right.
I would just like I would have all the answers, and it'd be like so easy that I didn't have to write it down. But then they'd get mad at me because I didn't write it down.
Man, school is something else, man. Especially now, I can't imagine. There was no Snapchat when I was in high school, so Can only imagine how annoying it can be. But all right, that was enough for the rapid fire. Let's get back to you guys. We're going to conclude this interview quite shortly today. Usually we'd have a longer podcast, but of course I have to cast in 15 minutes and I do have to get ready. I haven't even showered, chat, so think about that. So thank you guys for giving us your time. Let's see if we have any questions in the chat before we talk about his event. So someone mentioned something about how do you keep your hair like that or something like that, which you do have amazing hair, by the way.
The best part is I don't do anything. I take a shower and I like put my headset on, and then I just like it curves around my headset like this. That's like the look.
Are the nights going to light up night? What is that? Is that a question for us? I'm not sure. Is light up a LAN or something?
I don't know.
Me
I
either.
don't even see that question.
Well, not too many questions today. No big deal. Let's go ahead and get back to you. You recently won a tournament. Which tournament was that?
The NSG Open Qualifier. It was
Wow.
for 2.5K.
Nice. And how does it feel to win a Valorant tournament? I've never won a tournament, so I wouldn't know that feeling. I feel like I'd be shaking in the finals. How does it feel?
It feels good, but for where my team wants to be, we should be like always winning those. It's not like a big tournament. There isn't much competition, but we it's still good. It's still better to win than lose it.
Of course, when you guys win in a tournament like this, what is your plan after? Do you guys take a break, or do you just go back into the drawing board, back to scrims, or how does that
So,
work?
if we lost a map or something during the tournament, we would VOD review that map. Or, for example, there's I don't even know how many maps there are. I think there's six or seven
I don't
maps.
I
I don't
don't
know
even
the
know. I don't know either.
Yeah, there's six or seven maps. We have like a good amount of stuff on four maps. So to be able to like play the vetoes to get better map picks against teams on their worst maps, we're gonna learn more maps or add on to the maps that we already know stuff on. You never want to like go back to the drawing board because you want to like have a base to build off of,
Of course.
so you're consistent.
Yeah, before I give you the mic, where it's a segment in the nights where we kind of, just say thank you and things like that. Two last questions. Well, you actually talked about your Roman, so one last question. What is your advice for anyone that's trying to pursue a professional career in gaming? Maybe not just Valorant, but just in general. Is there some things that you didn't expect, or is there some word of advice that you'd give yourself? Like, what would older Frosty say to younger Frosty when he wanted to go pros? Is there any advice there?
Don't burn bridges. Be nice to everybody no matter what. Like even if somebody deserves it, don't flame them, don't do anything. You do not want to have if you have a bad name, it does not go away. Also, how I was saying earlier about always improving, there's always going to be somebody working harder than you. So you
Wow.
have to have an internal locus of thought where you don't blame the things around you for why you're bad or why you're not winning. It's all up to you. You got to control what you can control.
You have the mindset of a champion, and I wish you the best, Frosty. Frosty, you have the mic, and at this segment, you get to thank anyone for watching, family, friends, coaches, whatever it is you desire. The mic is yours, brother.
I want to thank Ocean for teaching me how to play the video game. When he picked me up, I had the right mindset, but I was just bad. I was really bad. I kept making stupid decisions,
And he had
and he
patience,
yelled at
huh?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kept yelling at me, and then I figured it out.
Any,
That's how I
anyone,
got better.
anyone else you want to thank, or
Oh yeah, I also thank my mom for not kicking me off the computer and believing that I could actually make it, make it a job.
wait? Can I ask you a quick question? Please tell me your mom supports you now that you're winning like events and stuff, and she sees like money coming in. Like she must support it, right?
Yeah, she supported it even before the money was coming in, so it's really thankful. I'm really thankful to her.
It's funny. Money, I get it. For you, money is not so much the object. For you, it's just being the best. But like, it's funny when it comes to parents, they need some kind. That's like how they almost, you know, like mark you for performance. Are you winning events or not? So
Yeah.
it must have been difficult. And man, I can't imagine. Again, the mic is still yours. Any last words before we close it out for tonight, Frosty?
I appreciate everyone for coming in and listening to us talk.
Absolutely, Frosty. I want to thank you so much. I know we don't know each other that much. I apologize deeply for being late. I came rushing here in the rain and everything. So It's a pleasure to get to know you. I wish you the best, even the day that you're not with the Knights or you're with the Knights. You'll have my support. I love the mindset, and you definitely won a fan. That day you even won second. I was so impressed the way you guys were playing. So I'll be cheering from you on the sideline, and I want to thank you for coming on the show, Frosty.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, we're going to play a little bit of breaks here for the Pittsburgh Knights. Check it out, Zenny Optical. We also have some new backpacks. We have the Royal Guard Women's and Esports. Check it out here.
Women make up nearly 50% of all gamers, yet only a small percentage of women play esports professionally. It's time we figure out how to change that. The Knights want to empower women to build their esports empire. Along with our partner PNC Bank, we are adamant about creating a more equitable future for gamers. There is no one-size-fits-all solution, so we'll be tackling the issue from all angles, featuring insights from a variety of subject matter experts and professionals. I'm Kat DeShields Moon with the Knights. Welcome to the Women in Esports podcast.